The uncle tried to withdraw money from a man's bank account, but was unexpectedly told he needed to prove the man was his biological son. The absurd demand left him stunned. Just then a gang of robbers burst into the bank. After learning the uncle needed the money for the man's surgery, one of the robbers kindly tossed him 2 bundles of cash. Even then the bank refused to release the account funds. With time running out and the surgery urgent, the uncle decided to use the robbers' money to pay the hospital. What he didn't expect was to receive an arrest warrant soon after, and be sentenced to 20 years in prison. The case immediately caught national media attention. Reporters crowded outside the courthouse, asking the uncle for his thoughts on the ruling. He helplessly replied, if the bank hadn't demanded proof of paternity, he would have withdrawn the money legally, and never crossed paths with the robbers. Choking with emotion, he added that without the money, the man might never have woken up again. Meanwhile, the man regained consciousness after surgery, and saw on the news that his father was facing prison because of him. As a law student, he decided to defend his father himself. He dove into piles of legal books. His sister tried to talk him out of it, reminding him that both the first and second trials had sentenced their father to 20 years, and if he failed at the final appeal, his legal career might be ruined. But the man remained firm, saying the law should never punish the innocent, and he would never give up until the final verdict. The next day, he visited his father in prison. When the uncle saw his son behind the bars, he broke down in tears. The man comforted him, and promised that during the final trial, all he needed to do was tell the whole truth. Afterward, the man asked his sister if she had found any of the victims from the bank. Once she gave him the contacts, he began calling them one by one, inviting them to testify in court, vowing to let them witness the bank's defeat. Finally, the day of the final hearing arrived. He stood firm at the courthouse entrance, but was stunned to see the bank president and their legal team. His sister was even more shocked to see that their opponent's lead attorney was her own husband. She immediately lashed out at him for lacking conscience, but he calmly replied, in court, everyone is equal. The man pulled his sister aside and tried to leave, but was stopped by a reporter, who noted that the bank had hired a top legal team, with a 95% win rate. They asked the man how confident he was. He replied with full conviction, 100%. The bank president sneered at his confidence, but the man stood firm, saying legal battles are won with law, not fame. Ignoring the bank president's arrogance, he led his sister into the courthouse, but once inside, he began feeling unwell. He quickly handed all the evidence and legal documents to his sister, urging her not to give them to anyone. Then he rushed to the restroom. As she sat at the defense table alone, she anxiously waited, but her brother never returned.